that. For once, I'm actually early to this. Woohoo! Right, so since the last time, I did do a bunch of stuff. Mainly, like, building stuff up more, which we'll see in a bit. I also unlocked the mining charge, which lets us go into here.
Welcome, Groundbreaker, to the Excalibur. Proceed to your designated safety area and prepare for descent. We are bound for our final destination, Sector Victor. Upon arrival, preparations for our scheduled re-ascension will begin immediately. Do not delay in exiting the vessel.
Yes, we have a new person. Oh, okay, so copper wire and cooling
Task
systems.
inbound. Supply facility access door with self-repair materials. Tier 5 technology required to manufacture.
This store has another self-repair requirement, but we're in no position to argue. This is an emergency. If you haven't started making those yet, get going.
Damn it, if only I'd gone in and actually looked at that beforehand. Now I've got to try and remember how the hell we got back. I think it was this way. Oh, is that the last for the fast? It is the last one for the fast inserter. Woohoo! First I should actually look at the map. I think we need to be going this way. So, through the water. And then, yeah, not that way at all. Oh, wait, no. I think this is the river that we're actually building on. Yeah, because there's that giant tower of tech. Hey Ash, welcome in. I can't be having coffee this late at night. Don't be bringing me coffee. The muffins I'll accept. Muffins I will always accept. But yeah, since last time we've improved the power and actually have water wheels now, so we don't have to keep cranking these things. We also have the beginnings of this is just the power, the place to make fuel. There's so many planters. Oh, if it's decaf, that's fine. I mean, but why anyone would drink coffee if it's decaf is beyond me. Eventually we'll have this thing so full of seeds it will never have any gaps. But alas, that has not happened yet. What I should really do is make like a little buffer. In fact, I'll do that now. We're gonna need a box, which naturally I don't have the stuff for. I can't say I like the taste of coffee. And I also can't say that caffeine does anything for me. Because I've abused caffeine so much over the course of my life. I can shotgun a can of Monster and then just go to bed. And have a perfectly good night's sleep. Which is very much not good for you. In case people didn't realise. When you've had so much caffeine in life, it doesn't affect you at all. It's not a good sign. Right, just a silly little buffer, because that way I can dump these seeds in. And it will just keep spitting them out extra. And if it ever does get backed up, it will just start storing them. Yeah, so we had this layer that was just making all of these wonderful bundles that will sit on here. They will spin around, and then every now and then they will just get split halfway off to here, and that's again another sort of way of buffering them that I found kind of works. And then it goes around, it goes up to the next level, which is where the first lot of threshers are. It gets split out to either side to go to the threshers, which turns into a lot of stems. So many stems I don't think our current production can do much with them. Because we're currently like full up on fuel. The top layer is going to be for the next set of threshers, which are the ones that split the stems down into extract and fiber. Which is sort of the eventually the thing that's going to need to be done, because we need to eventually make bio bricks, which is the fuel upgrade. Yeah, the stems go down, get split off. Some go over this way towards the smelters and the miners, and some go over that way to the other smelters and miners. Although I am noticing that one of them says it has no fuel. Why do you have no fuel when... Oh, that's why you have no fuel. For some reason, there is a gap down there. So it was actually at the wrong level. There we go. Now it can be fueled. And then that is obviously... We've got 2 layers of smelters, 2 layers of miners. 2 for copper. And the same over there for the iron. That is all feeding it, well, I say feeding into here, it's completely full up. Doesn't need any more. We need other things now. Namely processing units and ore, which we do have a bunch of that. Almost enough as well. Damn, that was actually quite close. But we can get some more of that when we go to pick up, when we go to the emergency signal again. The other one was processing units, which I did have kind of half working. somewhere. That is electric circuits. Here's the processing units. It's the fact that we just need plant matter frames, which we are currently doing nothing with. Oh. Oh, let's get rid of that. But this is making plant matter frames for something else. It's making them for the mining charges. So we'll grab, because those will be useful. But what really should be done, if I can, which I might be able to squeeze that through there. In fact, I'm almost certain we can. I want you to pull out some of the frames and bring them back over here. Is it perfect? Not even close. But if we can have that slowly working on making plant frames to make the processors, then that unlocks, I think, half of 3 of the doors. Other thing I need is cooling systems, which needs silverthorn extract. Which is being made here, and we have a whole stack of it, so yoink. Unlock the fast inserter whilst we can. I don't know how much more purple science we're actually going to need. Because we are getting to a point where like, most of the basic stuff has been dealt with. But let's just make an assembler. We only need 13 cooling systems, and we have enough with assemblers to make like 150. Cooling fan, where are you? There you are. Oh, it needs silverthorn coolant. Oh god, how did that... Limestone, iron, and shimmerthorn. Which we do have. So for now, let's make sure we're doing that properly. Because that's going to make double the amount for the same resources. And we've got to do something to get rid of all this damn limestone. We can't turn it into bio bricks yet. Well, technically we can, but it's not worth it yet. I didn't realise we had quite so many power frames. It's a lot of power frames, and we do not need anywhere close to that many yet. Ooh, we can start making the fat. But I don't think we're going to need it. So you go there. You go there. Make another one. We need more iron. Even more iron. And for now, that will do. All I'm interested in is getting the fans we need. And altogether, for all the doors that we have that we're working on, we just need 60. Which is fine. We've got plenty. We'll have plenty for that. It's just gonna take time. So we've got plenty of mining charges to get more of the Atlantium ore, which will be enough to get enough for door RD3215 with cooling systems. We only need like 9 more Atlantium ore to shove in the main production terminal. The rest is the 900 processor units. It's a lot of processor units. Start looking at Mark II conveyors. What do they need? Oh, they need Silverthorn coolant. Wonderful. So to even think of starting doing that, we'd need to actually like put a proper factory in to make the coolant. And I did not do that on my last run. And currently we have the bare bones here, which was enough to make mining charges. And that was it. I did not go further. But if we're going to need coolant, iron components, not a problem. We've got so much iron, we can easily make those. We can sort of split the belt off at some point and have a couple of assemblers making components. That's fine, that's nothing. The limestone is made from kindlevine extract, which we're going to have to process from this stuff. And that was what the second layer, the third layer up here was for. But I've not thought out how the hell we're going to be doing this. do I in fact have... I have some threshers. You'd essentially want it to come up, get pulled into threshers. Let's go and... steal the vine as it comes through. So the silverthorn would need to go in to process. Which gets the seeds and the buds. The buds would then need to be transferred to more threshers to separate into the extract. And the whatever else it was, I've forgotten. That's making the buds. We've got plenty of buds. We don't have much. So, okay, we get the extract and we get plant matter. Plant matter is fine. We can use that to make biobricks at some point. Oh, this is already melting my brain and we're only like 20 minutes in. Okay, let's think. The final thing we want out is this. Iron components are sorted. Limestone is what requires the Kindlevine extract. Which is fine because the Kindlevine extract can come out at the same time as the plant the fiber from the plant matter. Now, plant matter and limestone can be combined to be biobricks. But the quantities are so out. So 2 Kindlevine to make a limestone. We need 50 limestone to get 5 biobricks. Which means we need 100 extract to make 1 set of biobricks. Granted, the biobricks are a very good power. And plant matter fiber is terrible. But we do make 4 plant matter. Oh, this is gonna bug me so much. So 1 Kindlevine does what? 1 Kindlevine stem, 3 stems and a seed. So 3 stems is going to become 9 of each. If we have 10 planters, that's going to make 90 per cycle. No, it's not, because you get 4 per planter. what can we do with the plant matter in the meantime? Because we...
Task inbound. Double threshing. Thresh kind levine to produce kind levine stems. Thresh kind levine stems to produce plant matter fiber. Assemble plant matter fiber into plant matter frames.
Thank you, system. That is something that we should have been told like 2 hours ago when we were first asked to make plant matter frames. But what we'd then need, if that works as we want it to, is filter inserters coming out both sides. One for extract and one for the fiber. And we can make plant matter from fiber, but we can already make that from the silver vine extract process anyway. So the silver thorn extract will make plant matter. Which can eventually go into biobricks. Because plant matter, unfortunately, is not as good as stems for fuel use. Speaking of fuel use, can we... thin this out a little bit? And of course that won't work because it's on an angle. Remove that one, turn, there we go. It's still going to send most of the stems. As soon as they're needed, it will take the stems. But any leftovers will go up here to the thresher. We'll stick a central line of belt down. Oh, I forgot I don't have that flush against the wall. So we're going to need to have at least that much gap. We need that minimum. I want all of you to take in the vines. Now the question is how to lay out I do them similar to how I pull out the seeds. You fill into there. You go into there. And then we have that monstrosity. So from this side, let's pull out the fibre. And this one, we pull out the extract and make sure that's actually working properly. There we go. Now we just need more filter inserters. What are we missing for those? Hey, Izzy. Things are thinging. I've been back to work for 2 days now, and I've already booked some more leave for a couple of weeks. Because I'm already fed up with that place again. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to have another 2 weeks off. One exit out there, one exit out there, one there, and one there. Extract. Extract. Fibre. And fibre. More time to get stuff done, actually, yeah. I didn't put as much work into getting the rigging and stuff done for the model whilst I was off the last 2 weeks. I didn't stream as much as I really wanted to either, because I was just trying to decompress. The problem is, I get like 4 weeks worth of paid leave over the course of the year. But because I'm the only one that can do my job, there are certain times of the year when I simply cannot take time off because the job will not be done. And unfortunately, since April, yeah, since the 2 weeks I had off for the birthday, which I was like, I'm taking these weeks off whether you like it or not. Since then, I haven't actually had a chance to go, okay, there's nothing important going on, I'm not needed for a couple of weeks. But yet I still turn up to people going, why isn't this done, why isn't this done? I'm like, well, you hired more than one fucking person to do the job. Maybe it would be done when someone's on leave. Only like I've been telling them this for the past 3 years. But I have very much got to the point which I should have got 2 years ago, which is the if it burns, it burns stage. You know, I have made my thoughts known on the issue. I have requested help. And some of the very basic stuff has been taken away from me, leaving me with the things that are actually harder to do. And I'm still the only one that can do them. And luckily, the past couple of years, I haven't had any major health issues. But the couple of years before that, I was off work for several months for stress. If that happened again now, there's no one to do my job. And there is very much a part of me that wants to go off with stress. You know, take a week off, say, sorry, I can't do this. My brain is just not working. I'm taking some time off. And then after the week, say, yeah, I've called the doctor and the doctor says I need to take more time off. So I'm going to be off for another, like, 3 weeks. And just take a full month off. And just, like, watch out of the window as my workplace burns down with me not there. Oh, I just got lightheaded. Please don't let that be some kind of psychosomatic thing of, that's a good plan, let's just be ill. That's not what I was saying, brain. Stop it. You silly Ezzy, why are you always late for work? You should be, like, ready to go. Go, have a good work day. Yes, get in the droop snoot. The droop snoot will get you there very, very quickly, or it will explode. One or the other. 50-50 chance. Right, I was lost what we're doing now. We've got the extract, we've got the fibre. But the extract we were turning into limestone. That means we are going to want at least one assembler, probably more. I'm going to leave, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a gap of 7 here, just in case you want to double this up and put it on the other side as well later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can work from here. We've got the right 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we can have that line there. That line being the extract line. And I want you. How is limestone is limestone done in smelters? If so, we have a lot more ability to make smelters. It is made in smelters. Oh god, that means we need to fuel this thing as well. I mean, I suppose for now we could just, like, take the end of this line and anything that is not used, bring around. Right, so now we need extra of those, and just do a bunch of extra inserters there as well. So long inserters to fuel them. Regular inserters put the extract in. Oh my god, that makes it really quickly. That makes it ridiculously quickly, actually. I think we might need to upgrade to the fast inserters. Which, luckily, require the stuff we have on this belt. Oh, but they also need processor units. Which we do have a good amount of now. Not enough for anything major, but enough. I've made a hole. There we go. And that'll make those faster. So now we have the limestone. Silverthorn extract. Is going to be the next next one we need to really work on. Iron components I can just like make down here. Make a lung inserter, iron components. Ooh, where are we going to put this stuff actually? Is a good question. Where's the... I mean, we could just bring the limestone down instead. We don't need to go somewhere. And I really don't want to sort of like mess around with putting stuff this low down if I can help it, because eventually most of this stuff I want to move upwards. Because we're going to want to have this river sort of freed out so we can put more turbines in if needed. So currently these two lines down the middle are going to need to sort of go up and over. Extend this out, I suppose. ruin the natural beauty of things. They'd have to bring you in there. Now this is going to need assemblers. We need you to come. Oh. Oh, this is already becoming lovely spaghetti. Okay, so the next thing we need is the silver vine extract. Oh, this is actually oh, it's okay. No, it's doing just enough to keep the line stopped. I was worried for a moment there. Okay, so silver vine extract. But the question is, how much are we going to need? We do that like that. We can have the extract coming in through the middle. To go into there like that. And then make sure that those will be fed in. and then the goods can come out on the other side.
When I say conveyor, you say belts. Conveyor. Conveyor. Keep laying them down.
Shut up, Cube. Now we need to think about how we want to do the extract. Because we're going to need plant matter for the bio bricks. So the plant matter can get pulled off from the threshers, and we can just combine it with whatever's left over at the end of the belt to make bricks. And then just store them for now. We're going to need to have at least 4 threshers. I think. And we're going to want a good number of planters as well for this. Luckily, that's used up like most of the limestone in our inventory, I think. Not even close. This just needs, like, between the two of them, 4 silver extract per run. Which isn't a lot. I think maybe if we can extend this over this way a bit. We put the thresher output coming in from sort of there. Have the threshers up here to take the extract out. So 1 and 2, making sure we have a gap to pull out the secondary stuff for the plant matter. The sushi belt that together. And then on there, put the other 2. Right, so the buds will be going into this one. So we'll do that one. We need filter inserters to take the stuff out as well. And then we extend over here. To do the planters. We'll just say it's not that we don't have the right number of power floors, but we don't actually have the right number of power floors in our inventory. We do, however, have a massive backup supply. And I do mean massive. We've probably used like maybe 1,000, 1,500 floors for the entire thing so far. And we've got like 10,000 floors in that box. So we got no problems. And I know we don't need to do it, but we'll do that. Oh, yeah, we do need to increase the power generation. Not realizing we got to a point where we're using quite that much extra. So this would just be regular dump the stuff out. This is going to be a sushi belt for the vines that come out. You'll come out. And the seeds will go back in this side. So let's at least get first batch of seeds going. Yep, and that's cut the power for that, so we need to move that somewhere else, where it won't be in the way. When in the world did that power floor get put? Ooh, lots of coolant. Well, lots of cooling systems, at least. That is a good start. Okay. And we want these ones to come out. This side, okay. Bit of progress, bit of progress. Okay. Make a buffer as well for the seeds. Right, so you're doing that. You're doing the first job. That's good. You're taking the buds out and putting them onto... Oh, no, 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 no. Where our filters come in. You just bring the buds out. And then you bring the seeds. Oh, that's something with not happened for a while. We've run out of belts. Oh my word, we... Yeah, I need to, re-put that inserter down. Didn't realize we were that low. So you're doing that buffer, you're going here. We're going to want you to come up and go over the top of here. And come down there. And then you join into it. Now we're going to get a buffer of seeds. That is going to do all of that stuff. We may want fast inserters for this. Oh, yeah. I hadn't quite thought what we're doing with this stuff, had we? Well, I say we. I hadn't thought about what we're doing with this stuff. You go up and over the top. Oh. No. What in the world was I using the fiber for? Plant matter frames? Is that really all we could use it for right now? Or just turn it into more plant matter, maybe? So you need 3 to make a plant matter. Plant matter would then come out here. But you do it the other way. You can probably then bring this down. Down to merge with the plant matter that's made from the extract from Silverthorn, maybe. Then we'd need there and out here. So what did we want going that way? That's the way we wanted the Sylvine extract to go. Means you need to be the plant matter. Which would be this. Oh, it's working. And then any leftover limestone can come along here. And then you can just start making bio bricks out of the available stuff for now. Look, we don't have plenty. Wow, that takes a long time to make. We are going to want to have double this.
Mold temperature calibrated. Auto injection of coolant standing by.
Thank you, Robit. One and one. You do that one. Pull you over, and then there we go. Then both of them would make the bio bricks to come out. We'll at some point probably want to extend it, but for now that will do. Have 2 go in, 2 go out. And then the buffer box. It should be able to keep. We're pulling out 2 at a time from there, so we should be able to put in 2 at a time from here. That should keep up for now. And then by the time we can actually, use this properly, we'll have a decent buffer ready to go before we turn everything else on. That's the coolant. What did we even want the coolant for? Was it for the cooling systems? It was for something. Mark II belts, that was it. We needed it for the Mark IIs. We need 200 of them. So we've got all the cooling systems we need. We can get all the Atlantean ore that we need when we go back to the next bit. We've got our coolant. Our cooling system, sorry. How many processing units have you made for me? Probably not enough. Ah. Yeah, not enough. Because it's full up on Kindlevine. Again. So this Kindlevine was going over here into storage. And then was coming out here. We know for a fact we're using that stuff now somewhere. So again, can we find a way to merge these together? Because we obviously need more Kindlevine stuff because this has run out because we've got too much fibre. When that plant matter goes down there, oh yeah, that is definitely not doing what we want it to do. If we do that one there, nope, that's not what I wanted. It was all the way on the bottom, wasn't it? This one was we wanted. Like that, I think. Let's put in the extract from there. Going up here. Which would then get fed into the rest of this. And we just need more. Just more of everything. boy, though, got blocked up by fibre. Okay. Two ins. 2 outs. Make plant matter. Make plant matter. Although I could just like start putting them into the plant matter frames as well. Probably actually be a better idea with some of them. Maybe these last two. Do this and then we try bringing them down. This is becoming true spaghetti. Because this needs the plant matter frames, which are not coming from elsewhere. If I do that, and that's going to start getting more frames into there. I might actually do that with all of them, to be honest. With all those assemblers at the top. Because we do need a lot of processor units. Okay, and then you also plant frames. Then we do that. Oh, that's melted my brain, that has. You've now automated the Silverthorn. At least to begin with. You need to actually make a buffer for it somewhere. Like that. The next major thing we need to do is oh my, we gotta more than double the amount of power. That's for 20 crank generators, making 300 odd. I mean, the water wheels are the only bits that need to go in the water, so I could flatten some of this area down as well. One thing is actually making the things first, though. Copper components and electrical components for the crank. That's copper wire. So we are making electrical components. We have made quite a number of them. We also need mechanical components and iron frames. You're making the coolant. We can turn you off now because you're done properly. And then you were just making the basic stuff. I want you making crank generators. And I want you making water wheels. It's going to be slow. What we can do... Since they are slow... is just do a little buffer like that. And that will get our power stuff going. I have really ruined the natural beauty of this cave. I mean, on the one side we have factory, and the other side we have two giant pillars of research hiding the lovely waterfall. Oh, we can't actually fit any more research into those core composers anyway. Maybe I should turn this off for now. I say turn it off. Just, you know, stop it from like producing more than the amount that would be in here. I'm actually not sure how power loss works in this. I'm assuming it just halves the, or just it worsens the efficiency of the machines, is what I'm assuming it does. So if an assembler normally takes a minute to make something, if it's got low power it takes 2, I'm assuming. I've not looked into it. But that's what most things do, or they just like produce slowly. So if you want to get things working fully, we are going to want to make sure we have our power. Especially since we are actually getting to a point where we've run... Have we really got to that point that we've... We can't have. Well, you're fine going that way. You're fine going that way. That's why all these things have stopped. Luckily, we don't need to worry because we've got so much of the stuff anyway, but... That's why all the miners and everything was stopping. At some point I rotated a belt. Yeah, now I suppose we just... slowly wait for the cranks to go. But saying that, let's get the mole out. Who can fit? Oh, and that's actually something to think about as well, as we can actually... I mean, it would entail shifting some of this stuff at some point, which you wanted to do anyway. But we could have 4 going across the centre, and then power on either side of the water. Yeah, at some point we're going to have to... We will find a better power supply, because they have... You know, the Cube woman has mentioned other forms of power at some point. So I'm assuming at some point we can start burning biomass to make power instead of using cranks. But for now, we are just stuck with the crank. So, take that off because we can't do that one yet. Cooling system and wire we can do. And take away the production terminal one for now as well. So that is the one for the copper wire and the cooling system. Now I know we're making copper wire, but I don't think we have a backup storage of it. I think it's just being made to order, as it were. Let's... let's keep you as power floor. Any extra that's not being used in power flooring? Come out here. The lantern ore. Fine, so what? 200 conveyor belt Mark IIs. We do have the stuff to make that. Especially if we make an assembler to do it for us. And luckily this seems to be quite a quick one too. Right, is output going to be full at 30? 20. That's 30. 40. 50. 60. 70. Let's take all that. Conveyor Mark II. We have 120 of at the moment, so that's 140. 150. $60, 170. $90 and last lot. $200 Mark IIs. Take that back. We can use you for something else. Well, you just make stuff slow. I might actually just say screw it and do that manually. But then again, it could just be going slow because the whole thing of us not having power. So flatten the terrain. At least put one more on there. We might just extend it out. A bit like that. We've got the room there to put the next one. Do the same for... There we go. Change you. For crank generators. Because that's what we need more of now. We should have enough water wheels. So that's got room for another 6. And then we've got enough room for maybe one more set down here if needed. Of course, probably won't be done by the end of the stream. But I can at least get that bit done off. I can leave it running for a bit. Get those crank generators done. We've made more progress today. Yeah, we've got our coolant fabrication going. And got all that automated. And looking blue and pretty and lovely. We have made our limestone factory for that. And also more plant frames. Probably would be a good idea to make the plant fiber come out quicker. That way there might not be quite so much of a backlog of it. Yes, we've got the silver thorn coolant going. Got our plant frames going. We've made a bunch of stuff ready to go for unlocking some doors next time. We might be. Can get these last two in. Might be okay. Maybe. We'd want the water wheels for the next lot to go about here. We do have some spare room there, we just need to redo this. This belt to go over the top of them, which is fine, that's easy enough to do, that's not a problem. Colours going the wrong way. Here we go. Oh. And we're now making more than we're using. Which doesn't seem to have actually made any difference in terms of crafting speeds. So never mind that. I think this is a good place to stop. We're just about to hit 12. And I could do with some wonderful sleeps. Let's just do one last processor check. Okay, we're getting there. We're about halfway through to putting it through into the processor. So whatever we've done so far is working. We are looking at our tasks that we've got. Cooling systems and conveyor belts for the one we've got ready to go. Cooling system and the ore we pretty much have ready to go. We just need to get the last bit of ore. And the other one, the cooling systems we have, we just need the copper wire. But honestly, I might just dump that in for handcraft. Or I could, since it's slightly faster now. Not much faster, mind you. Bits. Then hopefully yep, that should work fine. Now we just have to do some off-stream waiting, which I can do tomorrow whilst my work's going on. I can leave it running for like an hour or so, just to collect the grindy bits that we need, mainly the processing units and the wire. And then next time we play, We've got multiple doors we can open. We don't have any... No more tech to update yet, I don't think. Everything else from now is needing blue. Which we have still not got access to, which is fine. We probably will have access to that after the next story area. But until then, let's have a look to see who's on. Oh, look who's back from work. Being naughty. Well, it's just turned midnight, Ezzy. You know this is when I start the streams. I am but the poor old person. I need my sleep. No sleep stream. I spout enough rubbish when I'm half asleep. I don't dare sleep on stream ever. I tell you what, I've done the stream. You do the whip and nay nay, and then we'll call it even. I will never whip and I will never nay nay. But sadly, there is no one online for me to raid at this time because everyone else is being sensible and is asleep. So I'll just have to call it there and return tomorrow for, I don't know, probably Roots of Patcher again. You know, we've done some... I don't think I can do 2 days of this in a row. Because Techtonica melts my brain. Because it involves maths. Or at least vague thinking. So it'll either be a Roots of Patcher stream or maybe we can spend a couple of hours poking at the rig for the new model. I think touch wood. I've got the art ready to go, layered up, and all the fancy bits done. So I can put it into live 2D and actually try doing a proper thing. Which, kind of looking forward to, kind of not. Rigging is a pain, as anyone who's ever done it will attest. But I have been re-watching some of the old tutorials that I'd watched when I did the current model. And I've also found a couple of other ones that go into more detail, like physics, which this model does not have physics. When head stops, everything stops. There is no bounce. You know, there is no hair bounce or anything like that. So, hopefully, I can get my head around how to put physics on these things. Now that I've got the actual artwork pretty much as good as I'm going to actually have. You know, I'm not going to get much better than where I am. I mean, I've seen yeah, a Sheepa preview of the some of the new hair, and whew, Remy be doing a very good job on that and is making me look like an amateur. But yeah, since there's no one to raid, I'm going to call it there, and I'm going to go and sleep. It didn't even tell me that that ad break was going to be turning up, so I didn't even get a chance to cancel it before it started. But yeah, I will call it there. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been fun as always, if slightly painful brain stuff. But yeah, tomorrow we'll go back to something a little bit less taxing. It'll either be, like I say, the reading or the Roots of Patcher. Both of which are less brain intense than this. But until then, thank you for watching. It's fun as always.